is only for Sean, but can you click the link? I just explained it to him. But again, people are missing that void. Some people want something like a TGIF to fill that void, that time slot that's missing. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are missing that time slot. Like you guys would like a show that could replace that. I mean, Funky Dineva is there, but I don't think people. It's not a show, a panel show with difference of opinions and stuff like that. I think people are missing it. That's honestly why this is such a big thing. What's up, Abigail? I'll be in LA soon. Now, why y'all in here saying that we was hating on Michelle? Funky isn't consistent, though. Yeah, it's not consistent. Because he'll take a break when he wants to, right? Or he'll not go live or whatnot. Oh, not me. Okay, got you, Truth. Okay, thank you. Okay, I was like, see, there y'all go starting again. Okay, you're saying the people. Okay, got you. Okay, here she go. What's up, Michelle? How you doing? You sound kind of muffled a little bit. Yeah, it sounds like you underwater.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, you sound perfect.
It was switched to my earpods, and I don't even know where they are. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good.
I'm
scared because I just literally just walked in. I don't know what y'all talking about. I just saw my picture when I opened YouTube. I'm like, no, why am I in it?
Yeah, because they've been doing it for the past couple of weeks, but they're all like, oh, don't let Michelle bring your channel down. She's trying to use you. And I'm all like, huh? Like, what's going on? And I'm just all like,
using anybody. I support people. I'm not one of those YouTubers who don't watch YouTubers. I watch everybody. I ain't gonna lie. I hate watch. I watch. I see. You know what I mean? I support people. If it's a topic that I want to hear more about and see what people want to talk about, I watch everybody. You, Couture Bay, everybody. I contribute. You know what I mean? I feel like YouTube is big enough for us all. So I don't understand how I'm using somebody.
Right. And here's the thing too, like I said, the other people, like the bigger bloggers, they don't come down and show love and, support other content creators. They stay in their own little lane or stay in their world or stick with the people that they know they can manipulate. So it's all like Michelle honestly is a supportive of other content creators and like what we do. And she always shouts us out. So that's what I was letting them know. I was all like, it's not she's using me. And I even said we had a difference of opinion when I said Claudia would have fit better in the Breakfast Club than Just Hilarious. I was like,
I disagree.
Disagreed. Yeah. Now, if she was paying me and all this other stuff, wouldn't I have had the same opinion and everything if I agreed with everything she said?
Now, what would I be paying you to say exactly? I'm just confused. Like, how is this benefiting me? If how? Like, I don't understand.
Right, that's the thing. No, there's no kind of there's not no kind of back behind the scenes corroboration to try to take people down or nothing like that. And just like I said, if Michelle was on Fox Soul and yelled at poor old lady Joyce and was acting a fool, we would drag her too. Fair game. But Michelle didn't get fired from her job. She worked by herself.
Mm-hmm. And I wasn't sitting there recording Zoom calls like this and doing this. Joyce, Joyce.
Right.
I'm not a
Right.
liar. I swear on a stack of Bibles.
Again, like that, you weren't on the show. Like we're talking about it because it was a popular show on YouTube. So it's fair game. It's fair commentary. Everybody is talking about it. You
And
know.
I'm invested because, as I've always said, they stole the show from Nene. The whole concept was stolen from Nene. Nene and them 5 gay guys sitting in her lounge doing the read session and all of that. Like it is what it is. So, karma.
Right. And I think people don't realize that you have been talking about Fox Soul from back in the beginning when it first started out because you was the one.
Lopso.
Flop Soul. You've been talking about Flop Soul since the beginning.
Mhm.
Like you weren't new to this. It just happened that now the show's over with. It's came to an end. So yeah, now everything that you were saying kind of came into fruition because you knew some shit was going on over there.
Mm-hmm. And people still mad at me for saying Junkie was fired. All of that, He lied. I'm sorry. I won't call him that over here. I'm sorry.
No, but I mentioned about the whole situation with Al. You know how Claudia's saying that she got a text message from him and all that stuff. And what someone had left in my comments had said that it was Nene had accidentally sent a text to Al, and she was trying to forward it to a blogger to put out the receipt or something like that. And then I was like, Michelle clarified that and said, no, we was on a phone call. It was a 3-way phone call.
Mm-hmm. It was on a 3-way.
Yeah,
So it wasn't
so
no
it wasn't
text.
no
It wasn't
text.
nothing like that. Yeah, we talked about it. And, then I went live and I said Al had gotten fired. And remember, Claudia was under everybody post saying, Michelle lied. Didn't nobody get fired? And I said, I bet you Al won't say I'm lying. So Al never said a word, as just like he's not saying a word right now, but which don't really mean much. But Claudia's always somewhere trying to prove somebody wrong. Like, girl, like it is what it is. The show is canceled. I don't understand what the big to do is right now. You know what I mean? So
right. And do you think that Claudia hasn't let go of her beef with Nene? And
yes,
so
I think she has not
you're
let
seen
go
as
of
the
her beef with
representative
Nene.
for Nene, so that's why
Claudia was scarred because of the read that Nene did on her. Even though people say that Claudia got the best, that CLIT and left your body thing, that stuck with Claudia. And you know how she is about, being seen as a HORE, a WHORE. So yeah, I actually, I said this on my thing last night. I actually text Nene and I text her those, look, I'll show it to you. I text her Claudia last night, and this is what Mad Beast had said. And then she was like, what is she talking about? That girl is crazy.
Wow, exclusive. See, but yet, like you said, you had shown it on your channel the other day.
Mm-hmm.
But what's crazy is that even with everything that has happened, the time that has passed, why do you think Claudia has not just let it go?
Because, like Nene said, Claudia has the eye, but not the T. Claudia can't garner an audience, and I know people think I'm hating when I say this, you know what I'm saying? But you can look at her Instagram or her YouTube or whatever. Claudia get the same amount of views that I get on my Instagram, and I'm not even active on it. You know what I mean? It's like 100 people in there watching her, or on her YouTube channel. Like, she wants what I have because I have a good live following on her YouTube page. She gets barely no views. Like, she's gone live several times on her YouTube channel. Nobody's watching Claudia. Nobody's invested in it. And, people may like her in a group or whatever. That's what she says. She likes to be in a group, but by herself, she can't do what we do. You know what I mean? And that's a lot of us. So,
right. And I appreciated you saying the other day, you was all like, there's plenty of people I helped and stuff like that, but I don't try to rub it in their face. And like I was saying, when Claudia's all like, I helped put money in people's pocket and all this stuff, like, yeah, that's great. Like, I'm not denying like you didn't, but you're rubbing it in people's face, and everybody already thinks like you think that you're above everybody, and especially when it comes to black people.
It's like she's trying to buy their loyalty. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
I did this and I did that, and they shouldn't be treating me like this because I did that. But if you are a horrible person, regardless of what you did for somebody, they're going to separate themselves from you. And I don't even like Junkie Dineva. And you see how he separated himself from her. I'm not in relationship with Claudia. That's the tea right there. Let's find out why he's not in relationship with Claudia anymore.
Right. And what was the thing that he had in his back pocket that he was going to use one day?
That they stole the show from Nene.
You think that's what it is?
I think that's what it is. I think that he was all on board, like, let's do it. Because remember, he did a whole expose dragging Nene. He dragged Flame Monroe. Remember that. He dragged Nene when she came out with the read session. Go back to his channel and do some research and watch that video. It was very vapid. He said a whole lot of like horrible things about Nene. And you know, the reason he hates her so much is because me and her are cool and he wishes it was him. Because, you know, that was his
you
favorite
said that
housewife.
yesterday.
And
Wow.
so, yeah, he dragged her for that whole research. He even went on Jason Lee's channel and dragged Nene over the read session because, you know, Nene and Jason had fell out during that time. So it's always, you have to like, you know, follow the choo-choo train and put all the things together. And then at the end of the train, you see how everything fits. Like Claudia, Junkie, and Al were all at Cynthia's wedding. Nene had fell out with Cynthia. They all talking about Nene and blah, 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 and how Nene had read Cynthia, yada, yada, yada. Let's get her. We could do the show that she was going to do. Okay, let's do it.
Right. Boom. Thank you, Subby Par. I appreciate it. She said, do you believe Funky when he says he doesn't watch other YouTubers? He's probably watching now, especially since
all YouTubers watch other YouTubers. Even YouTubers with millions of subscribers. Funky. I call him Funky over here because, you know, it is what it is. Yeah. But he doesn't have that many subscribers to be the godfather of what? Like, he didn't start that. Like, there are so many other YouTubers who was doing it well before him. Love B. Scott, The Scorpion Show, Sweet Addiction. It was so many people on YouTube. It's the hell, James Caldwell, Sean Bradley, even all them over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were doing it well before Junkie. So it's like he can't sit up here and act like, you know, he's the god of this when we are all right here on YouTube today. And it don't matter how many subs you have or don't have. The views is what matters, and we all get them. So
right, because he said, you know, there was nobody before him. He was the one that started it all. And now that you mentioned, I remember there was a Scorpion show back in the day. I think they're still here, but they're
still around.
Yeah.
B. Scott actually left YouTube because of that whole Chris Stokes thing, because Chris Stokes was suing all of us back then. And yeah. So when Chris Stokes sued me, he actually had me and Junkie on the same lawsuit, and Junkie went behind my back and kind of made a little deal with Chris to remove the content from his website. And so Chris took him off the lawsuit. But I stand on my stuff and I wouldn't remove anything. And so I took it all away.
Wow. See, I didn't know that. So he went and made a deal while you were still young. Was that before everything had happened or after everything happened?
That was before, actually. We were still cool.
Wow. Because
it was my lawyer that was helping him. It was my lawyer that helped him with the whole Chateau Charest stuff. Yeah.
Y'all was in another lawsuit together with the Chateau Charest. Which, by the way,
because I produced that whole scene, I produced it all. I was in it, but I produced it. It was my photographer that was filming. So yeah, it's, you know, listen, I'm being Claudia right now. He should thank me.
He should thank. I gave him a job.
Right. But yeah, I mentored him. I mean, it is what it is. I mentored him, and a lot of people know it or whatever. Same way I'm mentoring Josh. Like, at the end of the day, my friends are my friends, and if I'm on here and y'all see them and y'all think they're funny, I'm like, hey, do this. So it's enough money out here for everybody.
That's what you're supposed to do. Do you feel that because a lot of people say that you are using Josh as well too?
How I'm using Josh when I'm putting money in his pocket? I'm not paying him to be on YouTube. YouTube paying him. And he gets on here and he talks about what he wants to talk about. And here's the crazy thing. He has his own experience with these people. I met Josh through Junkie. You know what I'm saying? You know, Josh is out
Oh.
in these streets. You know, he hangs out with Miss Lawrence and stuff, so he knows TS. You know, he knows TS. So yeah, so you know, he got his own relationship. He got his own issues. If you look at Josh's channel, go all the way back to the beginning. Josh was in court with me and Kaya and TS, so he knows stuff.
Oh, so he's been there forever.
Go look at
Okay,
his
because I
oldest
just
videos.
recently got introduced to him more recently. I didn't know he's been around since the
Yeah, because I
beginning.
told him, like back then, I told him he needed to start a channel. He started it. He couldn't stand the heat because people was like dragging him and
Hmm.
all in his business with his relationships and all this stuff. So Josh literally like kind of quit. And then like now I'm like, go back to YouTube, go back to YouTube. They like you because he's always on my channel as my co-host and stuff.
Right.
So he started doing his own videos. He talks about what he wants to talk about. And I'm his cheerleader. So, if he want to windmill for me, so be it. Like he said, everybody can windmill for everybody else. People windmilling for
Right.
Junkie, people windmilling for TS. So why can't people windmill for me if they want to?
Right. Oh, thank you, Tyra. I appreciate that. And thank you, Subby.
Yes,
But
y'all. Cash app, super chat. Support your content creator.
yes.
$ the real AT2. Okay. Put some money in the tip jar.
Yes, hit me. But that's great to know that he's been there since the beginning. And like you said, he has his own relationship with everyone else. So this is why he's able to speak on these things. Because because I heard Maddie say something like, I tapped you on your shoulder and then we had a conversation about your friend, speaking of you, and all that. So yeah, he's been involved with everybody. So it's not like a thing where he's just coming out the woodwork just talking about everybody. He's
And then
been
he
there.
debunked that too. He was like, T.S. Madison didn't do all that. T.S. Madison may have said something to him about me. He was like, that's my friend, and and they kept it moving. Like it wasn't no beef, it wasn't no nothing. Because it is what it is. T.S. got friends, I got friends. This Atlanta, it is what it is, so ain't no running up on nobody in these streets because I've been here a lot longer.
Right. Do you like Atlanta? Because I haven't been to, well, I've been to the airport and I have family in Atlanta, but it just seemed like it's so messy out there.
It's not messy. I've been here all my life. Okay. I wasn't born here, but I was raised here. I've been here since I was 6 years old. So it's like I
Mhm.
have friends here that I went to school with. I have deep inside the music industry. Big Boy is my homie. Okay. That's why I'm ATLien and can't nobody
ATLien,
else.
right.
Yes.
Outcast.
'Cause Andre named him ATLien because he came from Savannah, landed in Atlanta, and chose to stay. And then I took ATLien as my pen name because I was such a fan of Outkast. And then Big Boy said I'm the only person who could be called ATLien besides him. So it's I mean, this is my home. And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people aren't deep in this like I am. Like Phaedra Parks was my attorney before she was on The Housewives. So we can go
Were you
on
there
and
when
on
she
and
was
on and on.
representing Bobby Brown?
Well, yeah, she did represent Bobby Brown. She did. And then Phaedra was my attorney. Tamika Raymond, who was married to Usher at the time, was mad at me for my coverage, and I was scared because I thought Tamika was gonna pull up on me, and so I filed a restraining order against Tamika. And we went to court. Phaedra was my attorney. Yeah, so I got a long history in Atlanta. Even
Oh
Biggie
man.
co-signing.
I knew Tamika Raymond and y'all had some kind of issue, but I didn't know you was like, oh, she might pull up on me.
I was at Phaedra's wedding to Apollo. That's why I know Apollo so well. I was at the club with Peter before he even married Cynthia. That's why I know Peter so well. I'm cool with Cynthia because of Peter, but Cynthia got mad at me because I sided with Nene. So, it's all Nene used to hate me, but now we cool because Nene understand that she gonna be talked about. You know what I mean? So it's like I got a relationship with everybody. Simon. I was in the club with Simon way back in the day before he even married Fallon. Okay, Simon used to own the Bottle Bar in Buckhead. Then he owned Time in Midtown. So Simon is a restaurateur. We be at all the clubs drinking. Simon buy all the drinks. I kept telling y'all that at the beginning when this whole thing about Portia came out. I was like, Portia, I don't know if they was dating back then, but they knew each other. You know what I mean? So
Right. He wasn't somebody new.
Fallon came on the show because of Portia. So it's just sort of like, it's a lot.
Wow. See, a lot of people don't know that history. Like, your roots go deep into this. And, like, people don't realize that you had all the exclusives back in the day when it came to Atlanta Housewives. Like
Mhm.
everybody came to your blog straight from the A. Everybody came there to get the tea because a
Mhm.
lot of people don't know this, but you had an interview with Sweetie, you know, Kim's assistant.
Mhm.
Like that, whoa. Like that is crazy. I would
Yep,
love to hear
that
what
is.
Sweetie has to say now since the divorce and everything.
Right. I think she moved. I don't know if she moved back to Nigeria or not. I know she got married. You know, she was from Nigeria. She
Yeah.
had a big, huge Nigerian wedding and stuff. So that was a while ago. I guess they still married. But yeah.
Yeah, I seen like a old one down. I was trying to find information on her.
Hmm.
And I had seen that she had like a Instagram and she was selling some kind of product. I just don't know what it remember what it was, but I
Mm,
have to see if I can find it again because
okay.
her name is like Sweetie Hughes or something
Yep.
like that.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
so
it's
I
been
gotta find
fun.
it.
82.
Yes, thank you for coming up and being so open and honest, and also just showing love and support to other content creators, not just me, everybody. Because like I said,
Anytime.
people
And feel
don't
free
do
to
that.
come over to my house too, child. You can come over there. Don't be scared.
Yes, I definitely will. Well, thank you for coming up. I appreciate you.
All right.
Have a good
Bye.
one. Man, that was Michelle, y'all. Make sure y'all go ahead and check out Michelle Atlien Brown. Y'all already know the channel, so don't even act like y'all don't. Someone sent a super chat. Hold on. Michelle is the real celebrity, and they can't stand it because she don't lie. Oh, and thank you, Kay. I appreciate that too. And thank you, Nani. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and end the show right there. That was a positive note right there. So we're gonna go ahead and just cut it out right there. End on a positive note. That's what I like to do. I want to say thank y'all for all of y'all opinion, whether you agree or you don't agree with me. I'm completely fine with it. Just don't be disrespectful. But I'm fine with y'all opinion. I love that this is a place where y'all feel comfortable enough to come over to express your opinion. So I don't take that for granted. I just want to say thank you to all my AT-tubers. Thank you to everybody who's been rocking with me. We well on our way to 48K. We almost there. Almost there. We're almost at 48K. Soon enough, we're going to be at 50K. And again, thank you to Michelle for coming by. Sean was in the chat. He said he's on a plane right now. Hopefully he makes it safely. Safe travels. But we appreciate y'all. We're going to go ahead and get the hell up out of here. We'll be back later, y'all. But deuces, we out.
Kamala Harris, why is she in my DM? Huh? She stay in my DM. Oh, y'all be thinking I'm playing. I'm not playing. Kamala Harris. She in my DM, bitch.